All right, guys, what's up? Colby here with what you got going on today. It is Thursday, May 21st, which is kind of confusing because today is not Thursday, May 21st. It is Thursday, May 14th, but we'll see in a week from now. Today's workout is called Athlete's Foot. It is a 5-round workout with 1 minute of rest at the end of these 3 different movements. It's very similar to Wednesday's CEO workout, with the similarities being a triplet and that it's going to take you 19 total minutes today. But the workout looks like this. It is 5 rounds of 1 minute of plate hops, 1 minute of weighted sit-ups, and then 1 minute of dumbbell Russian swings. After those 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, you're going to get 1 minute of rest. Then we're going to start that whole thing over again for 5 total rounds. So you'll repeat it 4 different times. Really quickly, before we talk about the warm-up or some things to think about, I just want to demonstrate some movements for you. You have your plate hops, which will start behind your plate, on top of your plate, and back down. That's 1, 2, 3. You're going to count all the way up for the entire minute. Then you're going to have your weighted sit-ups. You can use an odd object. You can use a dumbbell if you're going to anchor your feet. You can always anchor your feet on the couch as well. I'm going to anchor my feet with my 45-pound dumbbell, and then I'm going to do sit-ups with my 20-pound medicine ball. So I anchor my feet here. Then I'm going to take this ball, put it over my head, touch the ground, sit up, and touch the ball in front of me. Same thing, up overhead, touch the ground, sit up, touch the ball in front of me. So you're going to do 1 minute of those, and then you'll have 1 minute of dumbbell Russian swings. If you have a heavier dumbbell, you can use the heavier dumbbell. If you have a lighter dumbbell, you might have the option to use 2 dumbbells today at the same time. So we're going to go here, hand over hand, Russian swings up to the eyes. You should be able to see right out in front of you every single time. Again, if you can do that with 2 dumbbells as well, or if you do have a kettlebell, you can always use that. Let's talk about some modifications for that, or some things to think about. Plate hops can always turn into single unders or jumps in place for 1 minute. They could also always turn into hops over a dumbbell, and they could also turn into a ski jump, which is a left to right jump, left to right jump. Your weighted sit-ups could also turn into regular sit-ups. They don't have to be weighted. And they could also turn into butterfly sit-ups, or they could also turn into maybe some V-ups or alternating V-ups as well. Then your dumbbell Russian swings can turn into regular kettlebell Russian swings. They could also, maybe if you have a lighter kettlebell, you could go all the way up overhead with American kettlebell swings. Or maybe you could do single arm, single-handed kettlebell swings. Again, we've already talked about this taking 19 minutes. It'll be 1 minute on, 1 minute on, 1 minute on, 1 minute off. Then you'll repeat that, 1 minute on, 1 minute on, 1 minute on, 1 minute off for the entire 5 rounds. You're going to record total reps, and I want them separated by total plate hops, or your version of that, total weighted sit-ups, or your version of that, and then total weighted swings, or your version of that. Let's talk about, we already talked about some ways to modify all those. Let's talk about your warm-up that we got going for you. Very similar again to yesterday, where we have 3 rounds of 30 seconds of a couple of different movements. Here's what we got going for you. The first one that we're talking about today is 30 seconds of a Samson stretch. We've all done this one. Big step back. You can either leave that knee off the ground, reach up and back, or set that knee on the ground, reach up and back, and switch. You're going to do 30 seconds of that, followed by 30 seconds of bird dogs. This is a newer one, but you might have seen Brenda or maybe one of the other coaches doing this with you as well. You're in a plank or a tabletop position here, and you're going to take opposite arm, opposite foot, and reach them straight out, and then switch. Opposite arm, opposite foot, and switch. After 30 seconds of those, you can do 30 seconds of jumping jacks. Down and up. After 30 seconds of jumping jacks, you'll repeat those 3 movements 3 times. Then you'll move directly into 30 seconds of the next 3 movements. First one's going to be step-ups. So 30 seconds of step-ups, switching or alternating feet. Then 30 seconds of a plank. You can do a plank either on your hands or on your elbows. Either way, totally fine. And then 30 seconds of a push-up to downward facing dog. The push-up can be off the knees, and then go into that downward facing dog. And again, push-up, downward dog. So again, 3 rounds of 30 seconds of those. So a total of 9 minutes today. Samson, bird dog, jumping jacks, then step-ups, planks, and push-up to downward facing dog. Have fun with this one, and we'll see you on Friday.